Generating traffic and sales can be a challenge for online merchants. But selling on the Walmart Marketplace puts your products in front of millions of customers who shop on Walmart.com. And right now, sellers who join Walmart Marketplace can save up to 50% on referral and fulfillment fees for the first 90 days. So get started today. Head over to marketplace.walmart.com/savings. That's marketplace.walmart.com/savings.
Welcome to E-Commerce Conversations, a weekly podcast focusing on e-commerce topics featuring interviews with prominent people in the e-commerce space.
Welcome to E-Commerce Conversations by Practical E-Commerce. My name is Kerry Murdock. There's no more pioneering platform in the e-commerce business than Yahoo. Its shopping cart powers thousands of e-commerce stores, and its hosting and small business services help over 1 million companies. But Yahoo is changing, the departure of its CEO being one indicator, and many observers wonder about the status of its small business division. We are pleased, therefore, to be joined by the head of Yahoo Small Business. He's Tom Byun, Vice President and General Manager of Yahoo Small Business. Well, Tom, thank you for your time today.
Thanks, Kerry.
Tom, Yahoo, a major name in the internet world, in the e-commerce world. You head the Yahoo Small Business Division, which is what we're here to discuss today. And my first question for you, Tom, is what is Yahoo Small Business?
Yahoo Small Business is a critical part of Yahoo, and our division I have for business is to be the category leader in helping businesses grow online. And our mission is truly that. We help businesses grow online, and we do that really 3 ways. One is through providing critical business expertise, because we've been doing this for the last 13 years. Second is by continuing to provide powerful and easy-to-use solutions for whether it's a newbie all the way to established merchants. And then third, through our broad community support that really speaks to the kind of the strength of Yahoo Small Business, whether it's our developer network or around-the-clock customer support that we provide.
That includes the Yahoo cart. I mean, that when people refer to the cart, obviously that is a big part. The merchants that are on the Yahoo cart, if I could use that term, that's a big part of Yahoo Small Business.
Yeah, correct. And there's really the 4 product lines. We have hosting, business mail, domains, but really most importantly is the I think what you refer to as cart, sometimes referred to as e-commerce solution. We call it our merchant solutions, and this is a very solid platform that's supported over $50 billion in transactions and 100 million orders. For over the past period that we've been on this platform.
Certainly a pioneering platform, no doubt about that. How long has that platform or that cart, that hosted platform, how long has that been around exactly? When was that started?
Yeah, and speaking back to kind of the expertise we're in, we've been in this space since 1998. That's over 13 years, and I think that speaks volumes to the experience we've built over time with many customers. You see a lot of businesses come and go, but we have more than a decade experience. We've helped really millions of businesses to grow online, and we continue to leverage the best of what Yahoo has to offer. A lot of our solutions and our customers can rely on the proven and reliable, scalable platform that we have. We use, for example, the same data center infrastructure that is used by Yahoo, and it's the same platform that we use for our merchants as well. So that that speaks to our expertise as well as the reach and scale that we have.
Let's discuss, Tom, the specifics of the cart. I know that Yahoo does not disclose numbers of users or numbers of stores on the cart. That's correct, right?
Yeah, that is correct. And I will assure you, though, we have more than 1.5 million subscriber customers today, and those are customers that range from newbies to customers that have been on the platform for a very long time. You know some of these customers. We have customers like American Apparel, and then some newbies. I met a group of merchants recently at a conference, a company called Bellomark.com. They're a couple of roommates out of college that started a men's line of jewelry business, and so it really runs the gamut and speaks to the kind of the experience that we bring to bear.
You say 1.5 million. That includes all of your small business products, doesn't it? Hosting.
That is correct.
Right.
It includes our merchants as well as our hosting and other customers.
Is the number of without trying to pin you down too hard here, Tom, is the number of merchants on your cart, is that growing?
We continue to add new customers to our platform each day, and as the GM for this business, that's one of the critical tenets that I'm focused on. I started earlier by mentioning, I have the vision for us to be the category leader in helping business grow online. So we are continuing to add new customers each day, and also we are experiencing probably we're at one of the all-time lows in terms of customer churn, and so we're seeing definitely very good tenure among customers. Some customers, as I said, been with us 10 plus years, and then as we add those new customers, we also are seeing good loyalty and retention.
Now, why would that be? I'm just kind of thinking of that. Why is it just your educational efforts that you're doing to keep customers, or your support efforts? Why is churn so low?
Yeah, I would really highlight two things. One, what speaks volume to about the low churn is, as I mentioned earlier, the broad community support that we have. We have been really focused on making sure we're staffing up and providing 24/7 around-the-clock support. We have, as you know, one of the really best developer networks that provide support for our merchants. Many of these developers have been with us 10 plus years. Another point I wanted to make, as you probably have heard alluded to in prior earnings calls, there are sizable investments that are being made in this business unit, and we've been making those investments in headcount across not only customer support, sales, product, and that has really helped us to ensure that one, we're providing around-the-clock support, but we're hearing our customers and then taking that feedback and continuing to invest in our platform.
So for a merchant on another platform that's listening to this, or a merchant that's contemplating starting an online store, tell us what it costs that merchant to run a store on your platform.
That cost is very low. They can start for less than $40 a month to open up a Yahoo store, and they can test out new products, customer segments or new messages. I know we have definitely, especially as we're approaching holidays, we have some merchants who sometimes open up a second or third store, and they start out that way, and then they eventually do make a migration, and so it's a very low cost. One of the other kind of attractive piece I've noted is that we're a proven platform, and we've been around for a long time, and that's been one of the attractive piece for prospects that are shopping around for a new merchant platform. So
they can start. A merchant can start for as little as $40 a month. Does Yahoo collect a percentage of revenue from their sales, or?
Yeah, there is a small transaction fee, and you can find all this information on smallbusiness.yahoo.com, and it'll list out the different plans, and the plans are really based on kind of the range of where you are really in your cycle in terms of volume of sales. And but we really do make it easy, and we feel that we have a very strong kind of value price plan that a merchant can start on.
A couple of years ago, Tom, we embarked here at Practical E-Commerce to find every shopping cart, every English language shopping cart, basically.
Mm-hmm.
It was quite the project, and we came up on 592, believe it or not, separate shopping carts.
Wow.
That's a lot of shopping carts.
Yeah.
So for merchants that are listening to this, they're on all sorts of those carts, hosted carts, licensed carts. Some of them are happy, some of them are frustrated with their carts. Why should they contemplate switching to your cart, Yahoo Small Business Cart?
Yeah, and it's a very good question. We have more than a decade of experience in this area, and we are and continue to be a pioneer in this platform. And I can provide a couple of examples on why they should consider switching, or at least starting out and give us definitely a try. This year we launched customer registration based on social login. So customers of our merchant can use their Yahoo, Google, or AOL IDs to sign and register for that merchant site. Early next year, we're also looking to add Facebook IDs on there as well. Few other examples I would highlight. We also recently added, I think this is a biggie, is support for stored credit card payments. I know how good of an easy experience that helps lend it, that provides, and it's a feature that are strong, that some of our hosted competitors don't offer. And then one other example I wanted to call out here is adding support for checkout APIs, and I'm sure you know all about that, and your readers too. It's really allowing merchants and developers to create orders and place them in our order manager. And so I think those are pretty compelling, very compelling features, and I think would be one reason why they should consider it. One final point I would make is we had a mobile commerce partner named Unbound Commerce, which is also using our checkout APIs to create mobile commerce sites. So that's just giving an example of the power of the community support and partnership we're using, but as well as continue to build easy-to-use solutions.
So you said there, Tom, that to paraphrase what you just said, is you provide credit card support?
It's a stored credit card payments, so that next time you're coming back on the site, on the merchant site, you don't have you can have a toggle and say I want to reuse this credit card information. It just, I think, helps to make that shopping experience much more convenient and quick.
And a checkout API are you referring to that Yahoo makes its own API available for other folks to hook into that API for checkout options, or is there something else there that I'm
yeah, so what we've done is we've essentially opened up our platform with APIs, so that whether it's a partner like Unbound Commerce I mentioned, or let's say it's a mobile or on someone on the if you've got a merchant creating a shopping experience on a social site, they can use the checkout APIs to make a call directly into our order manager, and that just again provides a much more kind of integrated, seamless experience.
To play devil's advocate for a sec with you, Tom, the fact that you do run a pioneering e-commerce division in your cart is an early day, very established cart. That is, I think, an undisputed fact. If there could be a criticism on your cart, I wonder if it's that it hasn't maintained its innovation and cutting edge. Is that a fair criticism?
I would say I'm very bullish, and as I mentioned earlier, we're making significant investments to grow this business. The e-commerce segment continues to be a very sizable growth segment overall in the marketplace, and there's commitment from me and as well as our executive team to make sure that we're continuing to we're driving growth in this business, and as it relates to the cart and just overall on the Merchant Solutions platform, that's our commitment, and to make sure that we are pushing on innovation.
That commitment, small business is a commitment overall for Yahoo. The small business division is a commitment. If you look at total revenue, there's display revenue and search revenue those two combined are something like on the order of 70% of the total Yahoo revenue, display and search, if I look at those numbers correctly. But management is still committed to small business and still committed to investing in small business. Am I understanding you correctly?
Yeah, and I'm glad you bring that up. And I think one thing I'd love for your readers to also know is, you're really kind of also asking a question about WISE-B and kind of how it fits in within the broader Yahoo. I mentioned that we leverage the data infrastructure, and that gives us the platform reliability. But also, one of the reasons why our merchants are attracted to small businesses, because of our association with Yahoo, we also help merchants get visibility via working with shopping and Yahoo Local. And the other fact I think that is critical or important point is Yahoo is a premier digital media company. As you mentioned, content and kind of display are a critical piece. Well, there are approximately 16 million small business, what we'd call small business to B2B audience within Yahoo, and a good portion of which we want to continue to grow and attract, and hence why Yahoo Small Business, in terms of its offerings, is valuable, and then in addition, in terms of content and services that we can provide to educate that customer segment.
Shifting gears just for a sec, anyone who is the general manager of the Yahoo Small Business Division is automatically a leader in the e-commerce industry, and we regard you certainly that way. Tom, tell us your personal views on social commerce. Are merchants going to be selling products on Facebook directly?
I think it's probably in the early days. I'd be curious to see what you and your readers are finding, and I know we're all kind of reading probably same journals, but I think it is early stage. I, along with my team, to make sure that we're continuing to provide our business expertise, we'll continue to engage and talk to our customers. We're finding that talking to our merchants and working with them, that a lot of them are using it as an early stage for promotion and building brand awareness. One customer example is James Cucciara from Styling Online. He sells T-shirts, and he has over 200,000 likes and a very active Facebook page. But from what we're gathering from merchants, they're not really seeing a lot of success in terms of sales of products yet. And that's pretty consistent with, I think, what we're also reading in the press, and I'd be curious to see what you're finding as well, or what your readers are finding too. Similar,
very similar.
Okay.
Lots of promotional activity on social networks, but not a lot of tangible product actually being sold. Mm-hmm. It might not be the case with digital products, but tangible products being sold. To date, we are not seeing that. What about mobile tablets, tablet commerce, mobile commerce?
Tablet commerce is another area like social that we're watching very closely. One data point, I think it's pretty common knowledge, is adoption of the iPad in the first 4 quarters after launch was nearly 4 times the adoption of iPhone and smartphone. So I think we're definitely seeing whether it's a shift or another vehicle to which you're consuming content and potentially are going to be having a shopping experience. I think this presents an opportunity both for our merchants and your readers to take advantage of such a device. I think there are benefits around things like local inventory check if you're a smartphone user, or providing more kind of compelling product videos for tablet users. So I think there are a number of benefits, and we're monitoring those, and we'll continue to monitor those on our end so that we're also continuing to think through our roadmap and provide the business expertise that's going to help the merchants.
Let's talk about you for a sec, Tom. Tell us a little bit about your professional background, how long you've been with Yahoo, experience you've had prior to Yahoo, that sort of thing.
Sure. I've been with Yahoo 8 years, and I started out my internet career approximately about 13 years ago. But at Yahoo, I'm obviously currently a GM. I have managed marketing, product marketing, and product management teams, both in small business and then prior in hot jobs. prior to Yahoo, I was began my career at Razorfish, which is a global digital agency. And my initial kind of foray or exposure to small business, personal story. Growing up in Chicago, in my helping my uncle build his grocery store to somewhat of a regional chain, and then actually when I got out of college, one of the first jobs I had was working with a small nonprofit in Chicago and kind of growing that business. So I'm very familiar with how challenging it can be for small business to use the limited resources you have, and that's why I'm even more passionate about the business that I'm in today.
Where did you go to college?
I went to University of Chicago and completed my undergrad there. I'm aging, but yeah, that was a while back.
Do you own a tablet personally?
I do not, but I have to say I am in the market. I've been reading obviously about the latest Kindle Fire, and I think again this potentially will potentially pose a challenge at the iPad's market dominance. One kind of personal story. I also I'm of Korean descent, and I do spend a fair amount of time in Asia and have friends and family, and as you know, the mobile adoption there is quite huge, and I really think it's a matter of time until which here and even in the U.S. we'll start seeing more adoption and usage as well for a variety of different transactions. You
mentioned the Amazon's Kindle Fire, their upcoming tablet. Any guesses on the adoption rate there, successes of that product?
It's hard to say. Obviously, I know it's a recent announcement. I think the price point is definitely going to be highly competitive, and I think like your readers and yourself, we'll be watching this one very closely. I think what I would say the main takeaway for all of us is this yet presents another great opportunity for merchants, and we plan to stay abreast of that and make sure we're looking at it as an additional touch points for our customers and hopefully your audience to drive e-commerce sales.
Tom, we have just another minute or so left here. Anything else on your mind today for our listeners and our readers who are e-commerce merchants, mainly smaller merchants?
Yeah, I would really wanted to call out and mention again, this is a business that Yahoo is continues to invest heavily and has commitment in. We're doing all we can to make sure that, per the vision I laid out, my mission and vision is for us to be the category leader in helping businesses grow online. And I mentioned really kind of the three supporting tenets, given our proven expertise, the level, the amount of experience we've had. We have one of the best onboarding experiences that speaks to the powerful, easy solutions, and then the extensive support that we have, with customer support and the developer network. Those are all, I think, very compelling, competitive reasons for your readers to, consider our platform and continue to stay and support our platform.
Okay. Well, for purposes of our listeners, we've been visiting with Tom Byun. Tom is the Vice President and General Manager of Yahoo Small Business, one of the very few true leaders in this e-commerce business. Listeners that want to learn more about Tom's division, the small business division, go to smallbusiness.yahoo.com. Again, that's smallbusiness.yahoo.com. And Tom Byun, we want to thank you for your time today, sir.
Thank you, Kerry.
That's all the time we have for this week's e-commerce conversation. I hope you enjoyed it. Please tune in next week for another new episode.